Hi, I'm Angela Alter, your friend and realtor for life, and today is Wednesday, so we're going to get to meet Wednesday's Woman in Business. But I wanted to tell you really quick, as your friend and realtor for life, I fulfill dreams. Whether you're dreaming of buying your first home, or if you're getting ready to get a bigger home because your family's growing, or if your nest is finally empty and you're ready to upgrade to a smaller home, I'm here to get you to closing. And so without further ado, this is Kristine Lackey with Untangled Mom here in Lafayette. So Kristine, tell us all about your business and how you serve the community.
You know, it's an interesting thing. My background is in psychology, and I have worked with people from all walks of life with so many different issues from around the world. I represented some work called The Journey for 10 years where I taught it here in Colorado, up in Canada, throughout the United States. And what it essentially was is accessing stored cell memory. So trauma and sometimes just even simple things like moments in our past that just kept us stuck from moving forward. And I worked with people who have had physical issues, mental issues, emotional issues, and everyday issues like us moms who might be like, why am I getting triggered like this? Why do my kids make me so mad? Why do I yell all the time? How come I want to move forward in my work, but I'm not, and I can't get forward?
I've had all those thoughts.
I know. Well, who hasn't?
Right?
I think we all have. We're normal. So after having a company for 10 years teaching this work, I took some time off to be a mom and to be with my kiddos. We had our own struggles going on at the time, and you do what you need to do. And now I'm back in my private practice. And I call it Untangled Mom, not because I only work with moms and parents, but because this mom had to untangle a lot of my stuff in order to really be present to me and my children and my life and my business. And I realized how much my relationships with my kids and other people were just these like incredible mirrors of me and what I was getting right and what I was getting wrong and where I was stuck. And I was just like, whoa, the more I can untangle me, the more present I can be for them.
It's very, very, very powerful.
Yeah, and it's the truth. So my company is Untangled Mom, but I work with individuals, I work with couples. Couples I love working with because when we can start seeing ourselves in our marriages and our relationships as like these crazy mirrors for one another, our compassion comes in, our understanding comes in, our patience come in so much more for one another and for ourselves too, because especially as moms, sometimes we get caught up in anxiety and we think we're crazy and we think there's something wrong with us and we can't get enough done. Guilt. And and then we've got our husbands who are spinning out on their own too, in their own world, in their own guilt.
And then add into it, we're business owners.
Yes.
Right? We're entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We're community members.
And that's called pressure.
Yeah.
It's pressure. And the more we're in that pressure cooker, the more our stuff and our crap from the past comes up. So our kids can walk in the door, our husbands can walk in the door, and we lose it on them, and it's not even about them.
Right.
And when we start getting to a point of understanding that about ourselves, relationships, business, children, parenting, everything changes. And life is good. It's just good.
That sounds really spectacular and really, really, really valuable that I think every person could benefit from. So you mentioned that you work a lot with families, moms, dads, couples, kids.
Yep.
Where do your clients come from? Are they here in Lafayette? Are they from all over the metro area?
Because of the work that I did for 10 years traveling around, I have a lot of clients that don't necessarily live here. I do work on the phone, Skype, FaceTime. Some people don't want to be seen. They don't want, like, if they're looking at a lot of their stuff, they're like, I don't really want you to look at me, so the phone works just fine. And other people meet me here in my little office here in Lafayette that I love so much. I work in an office called Old Town Therapeutics with several other women who are doing massage and rolfing and yoga and acupuncture. And then a couple of therapists and practitioners work in my little office working with people doing more of the emotional work. So holistically, the center here is super cool and very supportive.
Yeah, it was nice coming in today. It was very calm, very peace.
I know.
Very zen.
I know. We serve tea.
That whole person. You serve the whole person.
Yeah. Because I can have a client who comes in here, let's say I have a mom who comes in and she's really wanting to learn how to take care of herself. Part of that is the emotional side of things. Like, what are you holding back? What are you not feeling? What are you wanting to create for yourself? And part of that then translates into her body. Like, what does she want to feel? Because a lot of us don't even know what we feel. So getting a massage and getting rolfing and getting acupuncture and taking that time to even feel yourself in your body is huge. It's huge. The more you feel like you're in your body, the more you can access how your emotions are.
Right.
And then you know why you're starting to respond, or you can catch how and when you're starting to respond and go, I want to do it differently.
Well, and then also one thing that I've noticed too is when I feel like I'm in my body, I am better equipped to connect with other people.
Yeah. In your business too, right?
Exactly. Right. Because I'm more open and I am more willing to accept what is out there and go seek.
Right.
What's out there and have that better connection with people. Because that's one thing that I really do. I really am good at connecting with my clients. That's why I say I'm your friend and realtor for life. People are like, wow, what does that really mean?
Right.
That really means exactly what it means. Like, I listen to my clients' needs. I take that into heart. I treat them as I would my best friend.
Right.
And for life through all of the phases. So that's exactly.
So how for you for in business, because I think this is a really cool conversation. How in you, when you can get a sense of you and how you're feeling and you're connecting with your clients, how does that translate into a house sale?
The clients will be like, you understand me. I trust you. You feel what my needs are. You can kind of measure my needs and kind of understand the importance of them and place value. Yeah. Like, it's not just a transaction. It's not just the transaction. It's about their needs and their desires. Right. Right? The dreams. Like, what do people really want? Like, I don't want a house, right? You want a house? No.
Right.
You want a home. You want a place where your family is, where your heart is, or your dog if you don't have kids. Or, your home, your place, your heart. Home is the heart. Right. So that's how it translates into business, because I connect with people on a personal level.
Right. And for me, like working with my clients, the biggest thing that I share is we all want to be seen, heard, and accepted. We just do. I don't care how old you are or what you're doing. However, in order to really see and hear somebody and really accept them, you got to be present to yourself.
Exactly.
And to be present with yourself, that's when the connection and the flow in family and relationships and with yourself can really happen.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
I know.
So, if you are out there and you need to get connected to yourself and you need a guide, how do they find you?
So I have a website called Untangled Mom. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. I do some writings about different aspects of life, like love, divorce, parenting, relationship. And I write in a pretty whimsical kind of way, but get pretty pointed, because that's one of the things I have to say that most of my clients will share with me as far as the work that we do is it's not your regular type of going to see a counselor, because I do want to know what you're feeling. I do help people elicit that, but I also point. So if I hear something that somebody is saying, I'm like, hold on a minute. Like, let's look at what that is, because it feels like it could be connected to this, this, and this. And when we can find that connection, it's a game changer. So I love to write about that kind of stuff, because the more we can read about it, the more we can understand it for ourselves. So that's my website. There's more about me and what I do there.
You said untangledmom.com?
Untangledmom.com. Okay. I also have a Facebook page called Untangled Mom. And I'm having a lot of fun, because I'm going to do videos like this, because I think this is super fun and super cool.
I love these videos.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And my intention is really interviewing other moms and dads too, because let's give some credit where credit is due to dads too, about, well, what are you doing to get it right? How is it working in your home? And by the way, when was your greatest fail that turned into your greatest outcome? Because one of the things parents have to know is we're going to mess up and we're not perfect. And in the moments of messing up, when we can come back and take responsibility, communicate with our kids, and repair, that's when intimacy is created and our kids trust us so much more. It's so important. I'll also have other things on that Facebook page, just articles and other lovely things, not just about parenting, but about relationships and being you.
Awesome. I am going to go check it out.
Thank you.
And maybe when you get your video started, I'll come be a mom.
Yay, I hope so. Yay.
I love that idea. I do these videos, Wednesdays, Women in Business, because my community is a lot of women business owners. I do a lot of networking. There's a lot of people in real estate, you know, this is their business. Hi, I'm calling you. Well, I do call my friends, too. Don't get me wrong. I love to talk on the phone. I have a gift of gab. But I'm in a lot of business groups, business women groups, and so I do these interviews as a way to connect with my community. And I love to share about other women business owners, because being a woman in business, and especially a mom in business, it's hard. And I love sharing that with social media and the world, and having fun doing it.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you need some support and guidance to get through, in touch with who you are and who you want to be, and find a way to connect with others, give Kristine a call. If you are thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, call me. I'm your friend and realtor for life. Thanks, and have a great Wednesday.
Thanks. Bye.